Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The NFL world is buzzing with disbelief as the Baltimore Ravens, a franchise long celebrated for its strategic drafts and methodical roster moves, suddenly dropped a bombshell that has fans, analysts, and rival teams alike scrambling for answers and speculation. The news broke early this morning, creating a digital wildfire across social media platforms, with hashtags trending faster than any mid-season performance highlight could ever hope to achieve. The Ravens officially announced the signing of EFE OBADA, the British defensive end previously associated with the Washington Commanders, a move that few saw coming and even fewer understand in its full implications. Analysts are diving into game footage, historical stats, and team chemistry to decipher the logic behind what seems, on the surface, to be an audacious gamble by Baltimore's management. Obada, a player whose journey from European leagues to the NFL has already been the stuff of underdog legend, now finds himself at the center of one of the league's most talked-about maneuvers, leaving fans to speculate not just about his potential impact on the Ravens' defensive line, but about what this signing signals for the team's broader strategy in the upcoming season. The rumors began swirling weeks ago, whispered in hushed tones by insiders who suggested that Baltimore scouts had been quietly monitoring Obada during every possible play, every minor scrimmage, and every highlight reel that could indicate untapped potential. Sources suggest that the decision was influenced not solely by Obada's measurable performance metrics, such as sacks, tackles for loss, or quarterback pressures, but by intangibles that scouts often struggle to quantify, including leadership, resilience, and the ability to inspire teammates in high-pressure scenarios. The Ravens' front office is known for its meticulous planning, rarely making high-profile moves without exhaustive analysis, which has only fueled the speculation about the real motivation behind this headline-grabbing acquisition. Fans are dissecting every angle, theorizing about whether Obada's presence is meant to fill a specific tactical gap, intimidate opponents psychologically, or even act as a catalyst for younger players to elevate their performance. Meanwhile, commentators on sports networks and podcasts are debating endlessly, weighing historical precedents, statistical probabilities, and the often unpredictable human element in professional sports, trying to determine if this move is a masterstroke or a potential misstep that could reverberate across the league for years. Obada's own reaction to the announcement has added further fuel to the fire, with carefully curated social media posts hinting at both excitement and determination, sending fans into a frenzy of interpretation and speculation. Every emoji, every caption, and every subtle nuance has been analyzed and reanalyzed, as if decoding his intent could reveal the secret strategy of the Ravens coaching staff. Interviews with former teammates and coaches suggest a player who thrives under pressure, someone who converts skepticism into motivation, and whose personal story resonates with perseverance and grit, qualities that, in theory, could transform the Ravens' defensive dynamics almost overnight. Analysts are comparing this move to other high-profile signings that initially shocked the league but eventually proved to be transformative, drawing parallels that highlight both risk and potential reward. Rumors about locker room dynamics, Obada's relationship with key players, and how his presence might alter play-calling schemes have circulated with feverish intensity, painting a picture of a football world on edge, waiting to see if this unexpected puzzle piece will fit seamlessly or create friction. Meanwhile, betting markets have responded in real time, with wagers and odds shifting dramatically, reflecting a collective uncertainty that underscores just how significant this signing is perceived to be by the broader sports community. The timing of the announcement has also sparked intense debate among fans and commentators, with many questioning why the Ravens chose this particular moment to reveal the signing. Was it a strategic play to unsettle rival teams, or a calculated move to dominate headlines during a lull in regular season action? Some speculate that the Ravens management may have been leveraging insider knowledge about other teams' defensive strategies, seeing an opportunity to insert Obada precisely when it would have the greatest ripple effect. Meanwhile, analysts are dissecting the possible long-term implications on salary caps, team chemistry, and draft strategies, generating detailed reports and projections that range from wildly optimistic to cautiously skeptical. Each theory carries its own set of assumptions, variables, and potential outcomes, and fans have become amateur analysts overnight, engaging in detailed debates across forums, social media, and streaming platforms. The collective fascination is driven not only by Obada's personal narrative and athletic prowess, but by the unpredictability of the Ravens' franchise decisions, which have historically oscillated between brilliantly calculated moves and puzzling gambles, making every major signing an event of national interest. Adding another layer to the narrative is the history between Obada and the Commanders, a team he has previously contributed to in moments of high-pressure games that tested his resolve and showcased his ability to rise above expectations. The rivalry between the Ravens and the Commanders, while not as storied as some other NFL feuds, now takes on renewed significance with this signing, as fans and analysts alike ponder how past experiences might influence Obada's performance against his former team. Every play, every training session, and every public interaction is now subject to scrutiny, as spectators attempt to read into potential emotional subplots and strategic advantages. Rumors suggest that Obada's familiarity with the Commanders' defensive and offensive schemes could provide Baltimore with a subtle yet meaningful edge, creating a narrative rich in tension and anticipation. As the media continues to dissect each development, the signing becomes more than just a transactional move. It transforms into a cultural and emotional event, stirring passions, debates, and expectations that extend well beyond the field of play. Finally, the broader implications for the NFL cannot be ignored, as Obada's journey from a European upbringing to the heart of American football now takes a new, unexpected turn that resonates across international fan bases and talent pipelines. Scouts, agents, and executives across the league are reportedly revising evaluations, considering how international talent can be leveraged and whether Obada's success or failure might influence future recruitment strategies and market expansion initiatives. Meanwhile, fans from both sides of the Atlantic are engaging in spirited discussions, comparing past performances, debating potential outcomes, and imagining scenarios in which Obada's presence shifts the balance of power within the league. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, blending athletic analysis, human interest, and strategic speculation into a single, compelling story that refuses to fade quietly from the public eye. As the Ravens' season approaches, the world watches with bated breath, knowing that one signing has created waves of intrigue, excitement, and debate that may define the team's identity for years to come. As the news continues to ripple across the NFL landscape, speculation about the Ravens' internal strategy has reached fever pitch, with insiders and fans alike dissecting every possible angle of EFE Obada's arrival. Analysts are drawing connections between past signings, coaching philosophies, and defensive schematics, trying to predict how Obada might integrate with Baltimore's existing roster. Sources suggest that the coaching staff has already been running simulations and targeted drills designed to maximize Obada's unique skill set, while also assessing how his presence might influence the morale and performance of both veterans and younger players. Social media is awash with debates, memes, and fan theories, ranging from wildly optimistic predictions of immediate dominance to more cautious assessments of potential adjustment challenges. The excitement is palpable, and forums are overflowing with threads examining not just Obada's on-field capabilities, but also his off-field influence, leadership qualities, and how his international background might shape team culture. Even casual fans have been drawn into the discussion, captivated by the story of an underdog turned headline-grabbing figure. Every news outlet, podcast, and YouTube channel seems to have its own angle, reinforcing the notion that Obada's signing is not merely a roster update, but a multifaceted event that blends athletic potential, strategic calculation, and media spectacle into a single, captivating narrative. Rumors surrounding Obada's contract details have also ignited intense speculation, with some insiders claiming that his compensation package is structured in a way that rewards performance milestones, locker room leadership, and public engagement, creating incentives that go far beyond traditional salary metrics. Analysts argue that this approach reflects Baltimore's willingness to innovate not only in gameplay, but in management philosophy, a tactic that could redefine player expectations and team dynamics across the league. Comparisons to other international players who successfully transitioned to the NFL have been plentiful, with pundits debating whether Obada's journey might inspire a new wave of transatlantic talent or remain a singular, highly specific case. Fans, meanwhile, are dissecting every public appearance, press conference, and social media post, seeking hidden signals about Obada's mindset, motivation, and potential compatibility with team culture. Speculation runs the gamut from strategic genius to high-risk gamble, with analysts constructing hypothetical scenarios in which Obada's influence could tilt the Ravens' season in either direction. The collective anticipation has transformed the signing into a cultural phenomenon, with media coverage extending beyond sports networks into mainstream outlets, reflecting the intrigue and emotional investment generated by this unprecedented move. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. The locker room dynamics have become a focal point for discussion, as observers attempt to predict how Obada's presence might alter relationships among players, coaches, and support staff. Sources close to the team suggest that initial interactions have been closely monitored, with emphasis placed on integrating Obada without disrupting existing hierarchies, while simultaneously leveraging his reputation as a motivator and resilient competitor. Analysts note that such moves can either create a synergy that amplifies overall performance or provoke tension that undermines cohesion, and fans have been passionately weighing both possibilities. Every interview, practice session, and preseason game is now seen as a potential clue, with commentators offering detailed breakdowns of body language, positioning, and interactions to infer the evolving dynamics. Speculation even extends to hypothetical scenarios in which Obada assumes a mentorship role for younger defensive players, potentially shaping the Ravens' future talent pipeline. The intrigue deepens when considering how rival teams may attempt to exploit or counteract the perceived shift in morale and defensive capability, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond Baltimore's stadium walls. The collective fascination is rooted not only in athletic potential, but in the human drama that professional sports uniquely provide, turning a single signing into a multi-layered narrative of suspense, strategy, and personality. Media outlets have also latched onto the symbolic and cultural dimensions of Obada's signing, framing it as more than a football transaction, but as a story of resilience, international representation, and strategic audacity. Social platforms are rife with commentary linking Obada's journey to broader narratives of opportunity, adaptation, and the globalization of American football, sparking discussions that transcend traditional fan bases. Some speculate that the Ravens may be positioning themselves as pioneers in scouting and developing talent from unconventional backgrounds, signaling a potential shift in league-wide recruitment practices. Analysts debate whether this move will influence other franchises to expand their scouting horizons or whether Obada's unique combination of skill, personality, and circumstance is unlikely to be replicated. Meanwhile, fan engagement metrics suggest unprecedented levels of attention, with online communities dissecting every possible implication and constructing elaborate projections for the upcoming season. Rumors about potential collaborations, endorsements, and media appearances have only added to the frenzy, creating a sense that Obada's arrival is not just about football, but a multidimensional event impacting sports, culture, and media simultaneously. The layers of anticipation, speculation, and excitement make the signing an all-encompassing topic that dominates conversations across platforms and geographies. In parallel, analysts are scrutinizing tactical implications, theorizing how Obada might alter defensive schemes, pressure packages, and opponent preparations. Some suggest his ability to rush the quarterback from multiple alignments could create unprecedented flexibility, forcing rival offenses to rethink game plans entirely. Others focus on potential challenges, such as adapting to new playbooks, timing with linebackers, and chemistry with secondary players, which could either enhance or constrain his impact. Strategic simulations and predictive analytics are being shared across professional and fan-driven channels, highlighting the depth of interest in projecting the tangible effects of this single addition. The speculation extends to psychological impacts, with observers theorizing that Obada's presence could intimidate opponents, inspire teammates, or introduce unforeseen variables that disrupt conventional expectations. Meanwhile, fan discussions continue to blend tactical analysis with narrative storytelling, imagining dramatic sequences and key moments in which Obada could shift momentum during pivotal games. This multifaceted speculation underscores the depth of fascination surrounding the signing, revealing how a single player can catalyze complex, interconnected narratives that resonate across competitive, cultural, and social dimensions, turning anticipation into a form of collective experience. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.